Hi, welcome to Chair Yoga, and today we're going to really use the chair in a different way. I know some of you have done this before with me, but it's a really nice way to release tension in the back. And also we're going to add some strap work to get into the back of the legs. So to start with, let's come off the chair and rotate the chair. And you can see I have my blanket here and I have a strap. I'm going to bend the knees, come down. I'm actually going to keep the blocks handy too. I'm going to put them just under the chair here, just in case. I'm not sure if I'll use the blocks or not. Bolster out of the way. For those who are new to bringing their legs up onto the chair, you want to make sure your hip is very close to the outer edge of the chair. You can see I'm butting right up to the front leg of the chair here so that I can swing my body around and bring the legs up on the chair. And if you have a look at my knees, the height of this chair is perfectly situated so I have a nice 90-degree angle at the knee joint. Now if you're very tall and you find your knees are kind of angling acutely, so your knees are up higher than your shins, then what you might want to do is put a cushion under your calf muscles so you elevate the calf muscles. If on the other hand you find your legs are kind of up like this, creating an obtuse angle at the knee, you might want to find a lower chair or a couch or a coffee table with a cushion on. As we progress through the chair work, there'll come a point where we're applying a lot of pressure to the edge of the chair, and there's a tendency for the chair to want to move or tilt. So putting the chair up against some heavy furniture or the wall can prevent that, or if you're using a couch, something heavy that won't move, that will also prevent it. Otherwise, we just have to do our best. Make sure your strap is handy. Bring your hands out, palms face up beside the hips. Make sure the head is in neutral head tilt. We don't want it tilted back or forward. And we'll start by allowing the back muscles to settle. This is called ecstatic back pose. Exhale, turn the head to the left. Inhale the head to neutral. Exhale the head to the right. Inhale neutral. Inhale, sweep the right arm back over the head, reaching back. Exhale, turn the head to the left. Bring the head to neutral, bring the right arm back. Inhale, bring the left arm over the head, back behind you, reach back, turn the head to the right. Head neutral, arm back, and let's alternate now. Inhale, right arm back, turn head left. Exhale, bring the body back to neutral. And then switch sides. Inhale, turn right, reach back left. Exhale, neutral. Inhale. And just keep moving side to side with the head rotation and the arm movement with each inhale. Each exhale will bring you back to neutral. On the next inhale, lift the head, clasp your hands behind the head, lay the head down. Deep breath in. Exhale, pick the head up off the ground, hold the head off the ground. Keep the low back imprinted into the ground. Wrap the forearms around the skull, squeeze the skull, and lift the back of the skull up. So starting to methodically work down through the back, shoulders, neck. Keep squeezing and pulling. Squeeze the back of the skull, lift the back of the skull. For 3, 2, and 1. Reach both hands behind the head, clasp the hands and reverse the palms, and push the palms away from the crown of the head, stretching through both rib cages. Float the hands down to the thighs, push the heel palms against the hip crease and traction out your spine. Really push into those thighs so you feel your spine lengthening and tractioning out. Release, bend the left knee, hug the left knee towards the ribs, and lift the right leg up into the air, heel to heaven. Drop the right heel, replace the left leg, squeeze the right knee, lift the left leg to the sky. Just feeling the hamstrings for the first time. Switch. Squeeze the left knee, lift the right leg. Switch. Squeeze the right knee, lift the left leg. Let's do 3 more in your own time. You can move faster than me, slower than me. You can do more than 3. Less than 3. That's 1. 2. And just notice if one leg feels a little tighter than the other one. This is the last one. And replace. Grab your strap. Bring the strap over the left foot, heel to heaven. So we'll have a sustained stretch here into the back of the left hamstring. left calf muscle, toes curled back, driving that left heel skyward. Now take both ends of the strap into the left hand. I like to wrap the strap around my left hand so it's nice and secure. Keeping that left leg straight. Pick up the right knee and squeeze the right knee towards your ribs. So we're still getting the posterior chain of the left leg stretched out, but we've added the knee squeeze to traction out the low back. We're going to do the splits here slowly. Bring the left leg out to the left, clearing the chair, and the right knee out to the right. So we're coming into a big adductor stretch here as well. Bring that left leg back, right knee back. Replace the right leg, but cross the left ankle over the right knee if you can. Now, if for some reason you cannot cross here, you might scoot your body a little further away from the chair until you can cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Right hand squeezes the toes on the left foot. Really squeeze those toes together, stimulating the toes. The left hand naturally gravitates to the knee, to the left knee. Work your right hand down the outside of the left foot, but keep holding the foot. And we're going to do some knee bends here. So the right knee is going to bend, the heel is going to slide back towards your body, and your arms are going to squeeze the left thigh, the left leg. So you get a nice pigeon here. And then you relax. So we're going to be doing some pumping action here. Squeeze, bend the right knee, squeeze that pigeon in, and relax. Squeeze into pigeon, and relax. Squeeze in and relax. And you should be feeling a lot of stretch sensation in the left thigh, the left hip, the left glute, and the low back on the left side. Squeeze. Relax. Let's just shake the hands out here. This is a lot of grip work as well. But we're getting some deep traction into that left hip. Boy, does it need it. All right, one more squeeze. Reach down and bend the right knee. Hold your pigeon in nice and close. Relax the right leg back onto the chair and bring the left leg down onto the ground beside the chair. Now that might require you to scoot your buttocks and angle your torso a little bit, skewing to the right so your left leg clears the chair. Bring your hands out 90 degrees, palms up. Just allow the pause in movement to be keep the breath smooth. Now bend the left knee. I'm going to grab our strap again. Bring the left foot back into the strap. So we're still on the left leg here. Let's bring it back and just notice how it feels in the traditional hamstring stretch. Feel your low back here. Take both ends of the strap into your right hand this time. So your left hand is free. Let it come out to the left of your shoulder, palm down. I'm going to start with some sciatic IT band work here. So you're keeping the left hip grounded. Keep the left hip grounded. Cross the left leg over the center line of the body until you feel a significant experience on that left side, maybe through the nervous system, through the sciatic area. So we're not doing a full twist to the right here. It's just enough to ignite the left leg. Now we're going to roll onto the right thigh here a little bit and bring that left leg over. The left hip starts to lift off. Turn the head towards the left leg, to the right. Keep the toes curled back. Bring that back to neutral. Do your double-handed grip. Let's feel that calf muscle. And then release that leg to the chair. Check in with your low back. All right, let's pick up the strap, bring it over the right foot. Curl the toes back. Oh, get into the calf muscle on this side. Feel that in the low back. Take both ends of the strap into the right hand. Pick up the left knee and hug the left knee in towards your ribs. And as you do that, try and pull that right foot back a little more so you encourage the low back to traction out here. Keep driving up through the right heel. And let's do the splits here. Bring that right leg out to the right, left knee out to the left, so we get into the adductor. Drive out through the right heel, keep a delicious stretch on that right leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly come back. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Squeeze the toes of your right foot with your left hand. Right hand gravitates to the right knee. And then work your hands down the foot, your left hand down the foot. Securing the foot. Bend the left knee back towards you and pull on the right leg, coming into your pigeon on this side. Release. Squeeze again. Now you continue your own process here. You choose how long you want to squeeze in and come into the piriformis on the right side with that squeeze, and how much you want to release and just relax it. So we'll be here for another couple of minutes. Plenty of time to do a lot of squeezing, a lot of holding. Watching the frequency of the number of moves you do. You might do a lot, you might do a few. Let's do one more. Good squeeze here. And relax, bring the strap back over that right foot to the sky. Come back to your traditional hamstring stretch. Notice how it feels. Second time around. Transfer both ends of the strap into the left hand. Right hand comes out to the side, palm down. Now remember, this first crossover of the right leg is designed to keep the right hip down, so we're just exploring right hip down, right hip away, right leg crossing over the midline of the body. So it's different from tipping onto the pelvis. It's just this, looking at it from the outside would look like not much is happening, but the felt experience is quite strong through that right outer thigh. Now you can lift that right hip and come onto the left hip, and that right leg comes over further. Keep the right hand down, turn your head towards the right leg. Slowly come back to neutral. Release the right leg to the ground. Palm face up, 90 degrees out from the shoulder. Right leg resting, skewing the body a little bit to the upper body to the left, lower body to the right, to clear the chair leg. So you might feel yourself coming in and out of the zone here. Just allow your body and mind to go where it needs to go. Stand your right foot back on the ground. And lift the right leg back up onto the chair. Straighten the hips. Let's release the upper body again. Clasp the hands under the head. Lift the head, wrap the skull, and traction out the spine. All right, lay the head down. We're going to activate the hamstrings now with some full body lifts through chair bridge. I'm going to take the blanket from under my head. I don't want my head up too high. A nice prelude to this is to grab the legs of the chair with your hands, if you can reach. So the shoulders come away from the ears, and then turn the head to one side. It gives a nice release in the neck. Inhale neutral, exhale the head to the other side. Inhale neutral. There's an option here to keep holding the front legs of the chair with your hands. It gives a very particular experience. It may or may not be practical as we come up and down. Bend the knees, bring the feet back to the edge of the chair, and lift the hips into the air, up nice and high, rolling out the back. That's it. If the chair wants to move, just reposition it against something steady. Exhale slowly, come all the way back down, rest the legs, rest the arms. And notice the impact of that first bridge pose. Turn the head left, and then right. Hands can secure the front leg of the chair or not. I'm going to do it without holding the chair leg this time. Bend the knees, bring the feet back over the edge of the chair, press down on the front of the chair, and lift up once again. So the weight is pressing into my shoulders and just above the shoulder blades. If you're comfortable, stay up. If you need to come down, come down. So let's make this whole section of the class you listening to your body and deciding when to come down and when to come back up. So it may or may not be with me. Lift the right foot off the chair if that works for you. Bring the foot over the head. Curl the toes, point the toes, curl and point. Drop the right foot back to the chair, left leg up and over, point and flex, point and flex. Drop the foot, come on down and relax. So already I'm feeling a big impact through my rib cage, through my abdominals, all through the spine. Turn the head left. And then right. Bring the head to neutral. Prepare to come up again. Feet back. Lift the pelvis. Now, if you've got a little more experience here, you might support your hands underneath your low back so that when you take the right leg off the chair, the hands can support the weight of the hips, and you could lift the left foot off as well. Now, there'll come a point when you take those legs over the head where the weight comes back, the center of gravity comes back into the shoulders and the head and the triceps rather than the hands. So the hands could come down or stay on the back. As the feet come back further and lower, we move towards plow pose. So I'm sure some of you can do that. I'm going to come back one leg at a time here. And rest. You stay as long as you like. If you're resting, turn the head to the left and then to the right. Want to take good care of the neck as we do these kind of exercises. Lift the head. Let's clasp the hands behind the head and do neck traction. Exhale, lift the head, wrap the forearms around the skull and squeeze and pull. Really tractioning out the back of the neck. As you're tractioning, you might turn the chin to the left and then to the right. And then lower the head down. Now, if your blanket is handy, grab your blanket. In fact, even if it's not handy, grab a blanket or a towel and fold it in half so it's kind of fairly thick. Fairly thick. It's not my trifold, it's not my burrito size, but it's fairly thick. Keep it by your hips, handy. We're going to come into a controlled piriformis release here. As you bend the knees, come up, lift the hips up nice and high, and bring that blanket underneath your back. So your back will not be in touch with it at this point, but as we come down, it will be. Take the left leg off the chair and cross the left ankle over the right knee, and slowly come down. Try to keep your right foot on the edge of the chair. The chair will want to tilt backwards, no doubt. And come down onto your blanket. To the point where you're feeling a lot of sensation in the left thigh, the left glute. If it's too much, come up a little higher, reposition the blanket a little higher. Now my chair wants to keep spilling backwards, so the way I'm compensating here is I'm holding my right knee with my right hand. And that's just holding the chair down and it's giving me plenty of stretch in that left piriformis. So I'm in pigeon pose. Now I'm going to pull the blanket down a little bit more to see if I can go a little deeper, which I can. I've gone a little too far too fast, so I'm going to bring the blanket halfway back up. So I'm giving myself plenty of time with plenty of sensation, with control of the blanket to reduce or maintain a tolerable amount of sensation so I can relish in this pose. I'm going to see if I can go a little lower, repositioning the blanket. Yes, I can. Giving this left hip plenty of time to release its tension by controlling the blanket. Now, if I wasn't holding my right knee, I think the chair would keep tipping back, and that's going to steal some of the thunder, some of the sensation from that left hip. So the more that right knee bends, the less intensity you'll feel. All right, so releasing the left ankle, release the blanket, and rest. Now that low back area should be really changing at this point. Let's turn the head left. And then right. Let's do the other side. Bend the knees, lift the hips, have the blanket handy, right leg up and over, cross the right ankle, position the blanket underneath your back. Now start to come down on this side, keep coming down, moving the blanket as you need. Remember, at least initially, we just want delicious discomfort. Doesn't have to be too much. We're going to be here for a while. We want to give that right hip plenty of time to release its tension, untether. I'm going to hold the left knee back so I don't lose the integrity of that left knee that's bent. So by now, I think I must have over 100 chair yoga videos on Patreon. And only a handful of them are on our backs like this. But it's a nice way to use the chair to get deep into the back body. Oh. Now remember, you have control of the blanket at any time you want to go deeper. You can push it further away. See if you can go deeper. Whew. And then uncross, reposition the hips, and relax. Let's clasp the hands, reverse the palms, stretch the arms away from the head. Oh, big stretch. And hug the knees, roll to one side, and curl up into a little ball. Come up onto all fours facing your chair. Hands on the shoulders, knees on the hips. Let's do a little cat and cow here. Bring the hands onto the seat of the chair. Curl the toes of both feet. And step one foot forward and then the other. Walk the feet back and come into an L stretch or a downward dog. Using the chair as your support for your hands. Lift the head, walk the feet towards the chair, bend the knees and rotate the chair and take a seat. All right, so we're up, ready for chair yoga. All right, I think I want a little bit of 6 directions of the spine here. Reach the hands back, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the chin, a little back bend. Come to neutral. Left hand up above the head, lean to the right, a half moon. One side. Inhale, neutral, switch sides. Right hand up, lean to the left. Let's do one more on each side. Come to neutral, twist to the right. While you're twisting to the right, turn the head to the left. Bring the head to neutral slowly. Release the hands. Twist to the left. Turn the head to the right. Bring the chin to neutral. Release the hands. Widen the feet. Rest the elbows on the thighs. And you can bring a block between the feet or not, doesn't matter. Drop the hands to the block or the ground. Drop the head towards the ground so the head is just hanging here. Nice and relaxed. Gently shake the head left and right. And then bend the elbows, bring the head down closer to the floor. If you want to cross your arms, you can. Bring your hands to the block or the floor and straighten the arms. Bring the elbows to the thighs. You can move the block out of the way if you're using a block. Start to lift the torso up. Bring the knees in closer, scoot the hips towards the front of the chair, straighten the legs, lean back, just lean back, grab the back of the chair, hands are on the chair, squeeze the butt, squeeze the legs, and if you want, lift the hips off the chair, get a big nice stretch in the back of the legs once again, with a little reverse plank. Exhale, come down. Let's grab the kneecaps and do some spinal circles here. Oh yeah, I think that feels good. Oh yeah, that feels loose after all that back work. And the other way. Come to stillness. Rest the back of the hands on the thighs. Elbows coming back, brushing the ribs for good posture. Bring the back of the skull back, directly back. Not up, not down, but back. So you feel a little engagement in those muscles that pull the head back. So just this reminder to the body that we want the head to keep coming back, not forward. So bring your hands together in prayer position at the chest. Let the head bow in gratitude. For this wonderful practice. Namaste.